3, 2, 1.
Hello friends, I hope you're going extremely well. Today we are going to answer a very important question. This question, as a business executive, as a business owner, you may have to answer for yourself, or others may approach you to make a decision, and that is, do we need ERP in our organization? So the question we are going to unpack is, do we need an ERP? And it's one of the key digital investments that you as an executive or you as a business owner will be making at some point in time. Let's get into it. Now, this topic is based upon few topics that we have covered before. So if you are not aware what ERP is, if you're not aware what enterprise resources are, why it is important for us to really manage our resources well, and how the success of business is dependent upon these resources, the optimization of enterprise resources, then perhaps it's best to look at the topics which we have covered already. We'll put the links below. All right, so the target audience for this specific session are anyone who is sitting on a fence. So people who are business owners, executives who are tasked to make a decision, do we need ERP for our organization? So if you're sitting on a fence, not too sure, this session is for you. Let's jump into it. So the question is, do we need ERP? And to answer this question, there are two questions that we need to answer. So for answering this question, there are two more questions that we need to answer. And they are, the first one is, what ERP can do for our business? I think in theory, maybe not in practice, but in theory, we should be able to answer this question as what ERP is, how ERP adds value, or how ERP can add value to our business from a business automation, transparency, reporting, security, compliance, regulatory. So there are different aspects, and ERP is a very broad and deep sort of topic and platform. So we should be able to answer this question first as what ERP can do for me and my business. The second question that we must answer is that what is the returns on investment. So it is like any other investment. We are making an investment, or we are planning to make an investment in a digital asset, which is ERP. So what are the returns on investment? How long it will take to recover my money, the money which I'm putting in as an investment? So like any other investment, that's the question that we must answer. Now, the next sort of few slides, we are going to cover these topics in detail. Let's get into it. So what ERP can do for our business? And it is really important to answer this. So this is more of an education. So we have to self-educate ourselves as what ERP can do for my business. So maybe we have to research or task our executive team to say, go research and put a paper in front of me to say, okay, how ERP can help in finance, in operations, procurement, in field services. So there are different departments based upon the type of business you have, how ERP can help your organization. So you may have to task your managers to put a paper in front of you after their research. It will help. It's an educational exercise. So there are different ways. So there is jumping on a YouTube, online, sending RFQs to the vendors for them to respond, contacting independent consultants like us, whoever you got in town, and feel free to reach out as well. And really answering that question, asking these questions to them and say, okay, look, this is who we are, that's what we do. Now tell us how ERPs can help in our business. So that will give a practical insights as the capabilities and how it will add value to your specific business. So the first point is really self-educating ourselves about the possibilities of implementing ERP and how ERP can help our business. And then we look at the competitors. So the competitors who are double our size, what they have been doing, have they invested in ERP, when, and how perhaps it had add value to their business. And the third point is really, if we want to make a decision, we say, look, I have, as a business owner or a senior executive, my stance is that ERP is going to add value. So you, as other executives, prove me wrong. So we prove me that ERP is a waste of time and resources. That's just another way to research, and so people come with different perspectives and prove someone wrong by putting alternative suggestions or challenging arguments. So if you are in such culture, perhaps you have a stance whether ERP is a waste of time, or you say ERP in favor or not in favor. So there are alternative arguments you can hear. So this all question is about education, how we educate ourselves. There are multiple ways, few of the ways we discussed, and there may be many more. But to make that decision, we must be able to educate ourselves as what ERP can offer to us and our organization, so we can make an informed decision whether ERP is for us. Okay, so that's first question. The second question is really, what is the returns on investment? Now, returns on investment is one aspect of the bigger spectrum. And this is a screenshot I have from one of my blog posts, and we'll put a link below as well. But in this specific diagram, I put together a few other aspects. So returns on investment is one financial aspect, but there is risk management. So how ERP will help us to manage risks more effectively. So you can see there is bullet points within that specific box, which is risk management. There is higher motives, where we say, look, how about our social responsibility, sustainability, and how it will support us as an organization, our values and our culture and so forth. There are sometimes side effects where we have infrastructure, digital assets, or other technology that is out of support in coming, it's already out of support, or maybe in coming years it's going to be out of support. So how ERP investment or investment in ERP can be a help, can help us to get rid of all the on-prem, the servers which we are hosting now, and perhaps if we go on cloud, we can get rid of our legacy infrastructure. So it may support in those initiatives as well. How it's going to improve productivity, security, how it will help us to foster an environment where experimentation with transparency is a thing. Yeah, so it's, so all these and about new capabilities in terms of mobility, intelligence, cloud, and the last is very close to me. It helps to clearing a mess, whether it's a technical debt, which is all this technology which no one has worked on for years, and they are very convoluted way of doing business, how we can get rid of all that technology debt, our data standardization. So it is really important to look, when we are looking at returns on investment, when we are putting a business case for ERP, we don't just look at the financial aspect, we look from a risk perspective, higher motives perspective, things that are unrelated but related, like our infrastructure, technology, our technical debt, productivity, uh, so many other things. So we look at the broader scale and then take all these items into consideration when we are putting a business case for approval. So that's the second question that we must be able to answer before we answer the main question, that is, do we need an ERP? I hope that helps. Now, my closing comments are really, I urge you to not be distracted. The question in front of us is whether ERP is required for our business or not. Do we need an ERP? That's the question we are answering. What we are not answering is ERP are big, we are too small, or we are too big, or we need ERP because everyone has it. Or so these are all the emotional knee-jerk sort of responses to this question. So we want to take all the emotions out and factually answer this question whether ERP is for us or not. That's the question we are answering. And as I mentioned before, to answer this question, we want to just answer these two questions. And these are, the first one is what ERP can offer. The second one is what are the returns on investment. And for the financial aspect, we don't focus on just finance. We look at all other aspects, as we mentioned before. I hope that helps. That will help you to factually understand what ERP is and the value it will add, and whether ERP is going to add value for your business or not, and help you to make that decision whether ERP is for you and your organization. I hope that helps. And like always, if you have any questions, please don't shy away reaching out to us at info@bhaniconsulting.com. My name is SP Singh. I'm a consultant at Bhani Consulting. We partner with medium-sized organizations in helping them improve productivity, customer experience, and with a long term in view. So we work as partners. Please reach out if you have any questions. I hope it add value. And until next time, have a great rest of the day. Bye now.